How to get started selling digital products on Etsy. In this video, I'm going to be showing you step by step of the way how to open a shop, how to use the 40 free listings, and specifically how to get started creating thousands of dollars of online passive income using Etsy itself. Who am I and why should you listen to me? My name is Soy Kisimov and I have taught thousands of successful students, such as yourself, how to get started creating your own business online. I have made over $45,000 on Etsy since the year 2014, where I started my first shop. Just like you, I have started with nothing. My first few years on Etsy, I have not been successful. I have not been able to sell any single product. It took me quite some time to figure out the Etsy itself, why I wasn't selling, what you have to do in order to get the sales. In this class, if you check my whole entire class, you'll be learning everything you need to know about how to create a successful that works just for you. The whole entire shop, how to do it step by step of the way. Over here, we're going to be learning how to create and get started registering on Etsy, creating your own Etsy shop, creating the first shop, the steps you have to take in order to create your first listing, and get started with Etsy itself, including using the 40 free listings. Let's get started right now, so you can learn how you can make and get started with Etsy itself right now. I'm sure you're very excited because now you're going to get started with creating your own digital shop. And the first thing you have to do is to go into your desktop web browser and do not use your mobile phone because you won't be able to get the 40 free listings. So what you do is you copy and paste the listings themselves and you just put this in your web browser. And what it says here, and if you do qualify, it's going to say the following. Open an Etsy shop and list your first 40 items for free and open the shop today. And you can see a picture of me here. No, it doesn't look like me, but it's pretty close. Next thing you're going to be doing is pressing on open a shop. Now you have to find a ways for you to sign in. You can either sign in with Google, Facebook, or continue with Apple. Or you can just use a spell email address that you have. Let's go ahead and use an email address. Once you put your email address, next you have to do is to press on continue. After you do this, it's going to ask you for your first name and the password. Don't make this easy for somebody to figure this out, especially the password. When you're going to be doing the password, it's going to ask the following. Don't use a previous password, don't use the name or email in a password, and especially you have to use 8 characters with 6 being the minimum. Use a mix of numbers and symbols. When you create your password, it's going to say strong. That means it's a very good password. Press on register. For security purposes, make sure that you're a human. Next, you have to identify a bunch of different squares to show that you actually is a human being. Let's go ahead and do this. Press on next again. Now we have to find the traffic lights. Press on verify. The next step is to do the shop preferences. 1. Figure out the language that you want the shop to actually say. We have a bunch of different languages for us to pick from. I'm picking English. Next, what country is your shop in? Mine is in the United States. The shop currency is whatever currency that you're going to be using. Now it's going to ask you the following question. Which is the best describes you? Selling is my full-time job. I sell part-time but hope to sell full-time. I think the bottom one is the correct one. But there is a few more choices for you. I sell part-time and that's how I like it. And other. This is just a questionnaire. It doesn't mean anything. You can pick any of those and it makes no difference to Etsy. Press on save and continue. And this is the big one, which I highly suggest for you to do this beforehand. So you have to figure out the name of the actual shop. And you have 4 to 20 characters for you to pick from. No special characters, no spaces, no accented letters. Get inspired. What do you want the shop to be called? And as you type this in, it's going to give you suggestions right below. There is a name generator. Pratt, United States, Pratt Boutique. Oh, that's a cool name. Let's put this in. As we go through this, it gives us other names for us to pick from as well. Because sometimes, if the name is too unique, there is just not enough names similar to it. We can have one with my name right in there as well. If you don't like this name at all, you want to do something creative, just type in creative. It gives you some ideas. Creative by me. That wasn't much of a creative idea here. You can always use different characters. It seems like some people already like some of those characters as well. Creative 8 shop. But it has been already taken. One thing for you to understand, a lot of those names have been taken. But this one has not been. Creative 8 Boutique. So this is a very nice name. Etsy likes it. Great thinking. The name is available. High five. Next thing we're going to be doing, press on save and continue. It's time for us to stock the shop with as many listings as we can. The question is, how many listings should we get started? This is essential for you, that you don't need too many listings to get started on Etsy. In fact, you just need one listing to get started. I do suggest for you to create just one listing so you can open the shop right away. There is no need to put many listings yet. So for the digital listing, I'm going to be using some of my best part that I created. So what is this? This is Disney World that I went to. And it also has clouds, which I Photoshop right in here. So this is a digital listing because I'm going to be selling this picture, and anybody who wants to download it, they can get this and have all the rights to this image when they buy it. It's called digital art. We're going to be adding the digital product. And for this one, we only need one picture. What I do suggest for you is for the primary to have some kind of a copyright thing to this. So if somebody goes in here, they can't just steal the actual image. So how do you do it? You pretty much go to one of the Photoshops and you add copy, or you do X, or you do something in there that shows that this picture is going to have a logo to it that is not going to be available when somebody buys the actual product. So this is essential before you go ahead and sell a digital art. Disney World digital art. And next is who made it. I did. What is it? A finished product. When did I make it? This specific one was made somewhere around 2010 to 2019. This item is handmade. Now we have to go ahead and find what category this belongs to. So Disney in digital, because it's Disney creation. And next, what you're going to be doing is copying this. And also we can add subject, optional, color, room, which is also optional where it's at, orientation, height, and so on. Most of those are not needed for this specific product. Now, renew options. We can do automatic or we can do manual. Manual is if you don't want to have to pay the fees, or you decide this listing doesn't work and I want to go ahead and do this. So every few months you have to do this by yourself. I suggest for you to do recommended because you're going to be forgetting and then the shop is going to go dormant after a while. This type is going to be digital file that people can download. Next is the description. Make sure you type in what this product is about. Tell more about the product. Above all, let them know that the logo. So what I did here, I typed in exactly what they're getting. First is the disclaimer, which is going to be the first line that they get, which the picture, once they download it, the copyright claim is going to be taken away from it, which is the logo. that makes people less likely to download and steal this picture. Next, I let them know that they can have all the rights to use this product for whatever project they need, but I still own the copyright to the original image. So the tags are Disney, World, Japan, So pretty much try to use all the different keywords that you can. The better keywords, the more likely you're gonna get sales for this product. Next is the price. You shouldn't actually do it too expensive. If it is too expensive, nobody's gonna buy it. Since it's a digital product, it makes no difference, and the quantities can be unlimited. After you do this, what you have to do next is to go to the digital files. Press on upload, press on open. It's gonna download it and save it for you. Then press on save and continue. Now that you stocked your shop with one digital product, you can go ahead and do the same exact thing by pressing on copy. And now you can create even more of the same similar-like products to this. It makes it so much more easy once you have one file done, because then what you have to do next is just change the images and change the description a little bit around, and it makes your work so much more easier as well. After this, you have to do the next thing, which is how you get paid. The important thing for you to do is first to confirm your email account. Next, what you have to do is to set up the business, which kind of business is going to be at, which is individual or sole proprietorship, or incorporated business, which is a legal entity. What you have to do next is set up the legal entity here and your legal information, including jurisdiction, business registration, INN number, and so on. The easiest way to get started is just to do individual. Well, you just have to tell more about yourself, give your taxpayer address, and add your banking and checking account, which has to do with billing as well. After you do all of this and all those different steps, you'll be ready to get started with your Etsy shop. And I hope you're very excited to get started with Etsy. If you are as excited as me, go ahead and do all those different steps. And if you want to get started and create even more shops, repeat the steps once again. Use the free 40 listings and get more listings by creating additional shops as well, using the same exact process. So once you already created the listing, there is a few things I want to get into. Those are essentials when you create an instant download. There is a few things you have to do in order to maximize and get people to actually want to buy this product. First thing is to make sure that it says instant download right in the first few letters of the actual summary of what this listing is all about. Then you want to add a lot more keywords to this. This specific one is a sunset, so you want to write down, it's going to be print out, sunset, keyword of the location, high quality original print, and instant download. All of it will boost the SEO and more likely will be able for somebody to find it. Next thing you want to do is to add a lot more pictures, and you can see over here I only added one picture, and that is actually a mistake. So if you want to add more pictures, it's definitely going to get you a lot more sales. Lastly, you want to adjust the thumbnail. So pressing over here, you want to either go ahead and zoom more in, or you want to zoom out. So it makes it more stand out and showcase its beauty. Also add a watermark. What I did here, I wrote down on it watermark, so people know that this product, you're not getting the original until you actually go ahead and buy it. After you do all of this, you have to go into the actual description. And this is the description that I put right in here for this product. You gotta add as much description as you can to this to make it stand out. The first thing you want to do is to talk about the actual product and let them know there is watermark protection that is going to be removed when you place a purchase. So they will receive 2 digital images with different variations of this product, but you can actually just give them one. The one that they're getting from me, they're getting actually 2 different variations of the same product. Now also, you can tell what kind of a product that you are selling to them. Mine is digital photograph retouched with Photoshop with one amazing looking image. And this is a digital JPEG file. Now also you can see here that there is 2 different versions that they're getting, one with the sky and one without. So if I added that extra picture over there, would have been an extra bonus for them to see. And lastly, you want to let them know that this image is copyrighted. And it says that it is my product, it is my image, and it is reserved for personal use only. Of course, you can go ahead and give people the permission to give commercial use of it as well. You're going to get a lot more sales if you give them more uses and other things that they can do with this image. So instead of them going to stock photography and downloading the product and the image that they need, they can go to Etsy, get it from you, and they don't need to pay all those extra membership fees. It's a one-time fee, and a lot of people can download from you. It's a great way for you to get a lot of extra sales and money with Etsy. Thank you so much for getting all the way to the end, and you're probably very excited, as well as I am myself, that you have been able to create your first Etsy shop. Now what? What should you do next? Well, I have in the link right down below a class that is 12 hours long, where I put everything that I know about Etsy. It is given to you at the cheapest possible price to get you started, to get your feet wet, to get you interested in starting your own Etsy business. All this information, yes, you can find it on the internet somewhere, but altogether it's all combined. It shows you my secrets, how I was able to make over $45,000 on Etsy. If you're interested, you want a shortcut, you don't want to wait a few years until your business will get started, you have to take my class. You have to watch it. The money that you spend just to get started on this class is going to pay for itself 10 times, if not 100 times over, because it's going to shortcut. You're not going to waste time. You're going to go through as if I'm sitting right with you, teaching you step by step of the way how to get started on Etsy. And the best thing of all, on Udemy, you get 30 days to try out my class. If you don't like it for any reason, you can get a refund. It is that great, and I stand by my class so much. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in my Etsy class or any of the other classes that I teach on Udemy as well.